Turkish technical assistance, including the provision of Bayraktar drones, have been game changer in the conflict in Karabakh. As you know, this conflict has been going on for some 26 years. Azerbaijan tried in 2016 to wage a 4-day war, but it did not succeed. But this time, things have been different. If you remember, last July and the beginning of August, Turkey and Azerbaijan held joint maneuvers, and they were very successful. And I understand that the Turks left behind vast amounts of military hardware that proved to be extremely valuable in the course of the fighting. Yes, and I think, you know, in my opinion, the main reason that the U.S. allowed Russia into Syria in 2015 was to check the rise of Turkey, not only in Syria, but in the Middle East. The West would not allow a Muslim country to rise. However, Turkey is an institutionalized country. Now, a country with institutions, with a competent military, and a firm leadership and strong centralized power, such a country is very difficult to contain. You may create hurdles in its way, but you cannot stop it. It's a question of time and perseverance. You know, in 2015, the main reason the US allowed Russia into Syria was to hold Turkish influence not only in Syria, but throughout the region. Because if you want to prevail in the Middle East, I mean, the gateway to making your presence felt throughout the region is Syria. Now, that's why Iran is also basing itself in Syria. Syria has always been a land of contestation. Whoever prevails in Syria prevails throughout the Middle East. It is the gateway to the entire Middle East. Russia may play games against Turkey in Syria, but Turkey has its own cards in the Caucasus. And I think Turkey is establishing a strong nexus with Azerbaijan that may also enable it in the medium range to establish itself with fellow Turkic people elsewhere in the Upper Caucasus. The Lebanese political system has failed, and I think we need to restart the political system. Lebanon needs to initiate the Third Republic. Now, the First Republic collapsed when the Civil War broke out in 1975, and the Taif Agreement of 1989 was never implemented, and it has been unsuccessful. Now, the duality of arms between the Lebanese National Army and Hezbollah has put the country on hold. So I don't see a future for Lebanon unless a new national agreement is reached that puts an end to confessionalism or sectarianism. This country cannot move on the basis of sectarian affiliations that have proved over the years to put the country on hold and prevent it from making consequential decisions. Even, you know, Russia tried to donate military hardware to Lebanon, including 9 MiG-29s. The US vetoed it. And Iran has always offered to equip the Lebanese army for free, but the Americans vetoed it. You know, the US controls the command of the Lebanese army. So political hurdles prevent Lebanon from opting for military providers of military hardware. And let's face it, you know, the Lebanese don't buy military hardware. They get them for free from the US. They get outdated military hardware. You know, the US Army gives its antiquated military hardware to the National Guard, and when the National Guard uses them, then they dump them on third world countries. So I don't really see any prospect for military cooperation between Turkey and Lebanon. And keep in mind, Lebanon is a confessional country. The Sunnis may welcome this kind of cooperation, but other sects will not. I don't expect any kind of cooperation that goes beyond light arms.